Hello, welcome to my channel, Open Heart Healing. My name is Sarah Walsh, and today we're going to do a card reading, tarot and oracle card reading, like I usually do. Yeah, I apologize, the lighting's not great today. I have no natural light today. It's like 4 p.m. and it's already pretty much dark because it's been cloudy all day and stuff. So anyway, and then I was told to wear this shirt today for the reading, and then I had to I know I said in another video, I was joking around and I said I was rainbow bright, but today I'm really rainbow bright. Look at me. What? I wanted to like stand her here for the reading, but as you can see, she doesn't stand because she's a Christmas ornament for the tree. She's very top heavy. She's got this big old head and the little body. She reminds me of my younger son when he was a toddler. He would always fall down because he has a big head. I tell him he has a big brain. Big brain. Anyway, so I put my Christmas tree up for the first time. I've lived in this house. This will be my 4th Christmas in this house, and this is the first time I put up the tree. So I got the tree up, but it doesn't have any ornaments on it yet. So my tree's like right there. But so I need to put my ornaments on there, but I just thought I would show you my cute little rainbow bright ornament that I have. Maybe I think that'll be maybe the first one I put on the tree. Okay, so let's get into it. I already pre-shuffled the decks, cleared the energies. So, oh, it's so dark in here. I mean, I should be able to see the cards fine. The light's here, but ooh, when I look out, it's like I don't know. It's just dark. So the day I'm recording this, yesterday was I believe it was a total solar eclipse with the new moon in Sagittarius. So I always like Sagittarius season. I really like the Sagittarius energy. I do have a couple Sagittarius placements in my birth chart, so that might be why. But I always have like magical things happen to me in Sagittarius season. So I always get excited about. I like Leo season. I like Sagittarius season. Those are my favorites. Okay, we're going to take that one. This was first. Good. Yeah, it is so dark in here. This is going to be interesting. So, yeah, this lighting, I don't think it's very flattering. That's all right. I do the best I can with what I have, where I am, in each now moment. So it's the holiday season, so happy holidays to everyone. I hope that you are all doing well. I am happy to say that today I am in a much better mood than I was in the last reading. The last video a couple weeks ago. If you watched that one, the one that's called Chuck It in the F It Bucket. So I figured out what that was all about, and that was my masculine energy coming out. So we all have masculine and feminine energies inside of us, and to a certain degree, and the goal is to get them balanced in a good balance for each of us individually. But right before COVID hit the world, my masculine energy, which I used to have too much masculine energy for me. I was too much in my masculine. You need to be in your masculine energy really to survive in this physical 3D world. That's what the masculine energy is really good at. And anyway, so I had too much masculine energy, and then I worked on that, and I got them nice and balanced for me. And then right before COVID, my masculine energy left. It just like completely left. I was completely in my feminine energy for like a year and a half, which some people don't believe me when I say that, but it was true. It was very true. And it had to do with part of my mission here is to anchor the divine feminine energies onto the planet. And that was the time when it was most needed, I guess. And so I agreed to do that, but man, was it hard to live in the world. See, when I talk, then the cards don't come out. Weird, right? It was hard to survive in the physical world with no masculine energy. That is for dang sure. Because masculine energy is the doing energy. It's the productive energy. It's the motivation. It's the drive. It's the passion. It's, yeah, the working energy, being able to work. Like, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything for a year and a half. I was just like sitting on my bed. No, I did actually work for a while, but I could only work a job when it was like very minimal physical activity. Which that kind of a job is almost non-existent, I've discovered. But anyway, so I was, I had my first BQH session recently, and it was awesome. It was amazing. And then I was given clues. In the session, I wasn't outright told that my masculine energy had come back, but I was given clues. And then, like just in the few days afterwards, following, I was then told, my higher self told me that my masculine energy had returned when I was really sick with COVID and I almost died. That was, I had to go through that so that my masculine energy could start coming back. So I was told that my masculine energy has been slowly being kind of drip by drip back into me. And then sometimes they give me a little too much, and then I have like an outburst of kind of like toxic masculine energy coming out. That's what happened. That's what was, okay, the whole reason I was telling you the story was that's what happened last time during the reading when I was so pissy, and that whole day that I was like really like pissy and like agitated. It was anger. That's called anger, Sarah. And that is part of my masculine energy is anger. When I didn't have my masculine energy, I didn't get angry. I didn't get angry really about anything. But I didn't really care about anything either, or have any passion about anything. My fire was gone. My masculine energy is my fire. So that's where I get my fighting energy from. So I'm happy to say my fighting energy's back, because I was a little apathetic there without it. It was pretty chill and peaceful, but also like not productive, not passionate. All that. Okay, these cards do not want to come out. I'm almost ready to put this deck down and say we're not using this deck today. What's going on, cards? We're like 7 minutes in. I'm still shuffling the second deck. I apologize. Oh, there we go. How many is that? 2? All right. Ooh. So the last video was I was feeling angry. I was feeling anger, and that was my masculine side coming out a little bit. So if you watch that, that's what that was. And I'm not used to the masculine energy anymore, so I was like, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling like this? I'm not used to having any kind of anger. So I'm very, very happy that my masculine energy is returning. Whew, man. I was a little worried. I was getting a little worried there. It was like, okay, I couldn't make any money or anything or do any work or anything. So it was like, yeah. Come on. See. Well, at least I had something to tell you about. I was shuffling up this time. But now I've run out of things to say, so let's get on with the cards, shall we? I wish I knew how to edit. If I knew how to edit, I could just stop talking and cut out all the rest of the shuffling, but I do not know how to edit. I did have someone try to teach me how to edit once. I still couldn't do it. I'm useless with technology. I'm useless. It's a miracle that I can even make a video and post it and upload it. Oh, man. Wish my masculine energy was a little bit better at that. It's not, though. Oh, my gosh. I'm about ready to just put this deck down. I'm getting irritated at this deck. Do we have another card? Do we have another card? Should I just pull one out? At random? I never do that. I always let them jump. You see me. You see me, right? I always let them jump out. I'm even like trying to like shuffle kind of aggressively to get oh there. Okay. That worked. It's upside down. The moon in reverse. That's not the That's not the tarot moon. Light Seers Tarot. All right, hopefully these will come out a little faster. 10 minutes in. 10 minutes in, and we don't even have... I'll just take whatever. I'll just take whatever. Oh, there's that nine of... What is it? 9 of Wands. I'm like 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, whatever. So, I'll just sit and smile at you. Is that good? See, I have so much fun doing these card readings, though. They really, really are fun. I hope you're having fun watching me. At least a little bit. Whoa. Okay, then. Wait, I need another card. No, wait. I got the 9 of Wands again in this deck. And then also I need one more of these. I don't know what's going on anymore. There we go. That's at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, that 10 of Swords. We're going to pretend we didn't see that. Ooh, the 10 of Wands. The 9 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Okay. Okay, so this is the something animal, spirit animal oracle, I think it's called. And we got number, oh my gosh, it's so dark in here. I have to look at with the light. Number 40, mouse spirit, tend to the small things. And it's always my intention that at least one of these messages will resonate with each person watching this. Hopefully more than one message will resonate with you. And as I like to often say, I'm going to try to remember to say now, is that when you're looking at these cards, if you get any messages, then that might be a message just for you. Because you have intuition as well. And your higher self can speak to you and tell you things. That's how it works. Number 2, antelope spirit. Life is speeding up. Oh, yeah. Let's go, is what I say. Oh, I said that really loud. I apologize. I'm yelling. I'm very excited. Number 44, panther spirit. Reclaim your power. Also, I'm going to try to be... I'm really going to try to take this channel a little more seriously. And, I mean, I don't know what that means. But please like, comment if you will, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share. I would greatly appreciate any and all of those things. And you can comment anything. You can just comment and say hi or whatever, just so that I know, like, so I can interact with you a little bit, so I can, you know, reply or give you a little heart or whatever. Don't you want me to give you a little heart? I'm being dumb today. Okay. I'm dumb every day, yes. Okay, thank you. My higher self just told me I'm dumb every day. I'm not dumb. I know I'm not dumb. That was just a poor choice of words, maybe. Okay, number 33, magic. Oh, this is the mystical shaman oracle. This is the one that the cards didn't want to come out of, but magic. It's magic. Number 14, the curse. That doesn't seem like a good card, does it? I don't know what these cards mean. I just read them I read these cards totally intuitively because I've never read the book of what they mean. Number 37, the moon. We just had that new moon I was talking about with the solar eclipse in Sagittarius. The moon. Moon cycles. All right. Keep going, Sarah. And this is the Light Seers Tarot. We have the 8 of Swords. And we have number 7, the Chariot, Major Arcana. This is like the fastest chariot that I've ever seen. I'm all crooked and like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should not be doing a video today. Oh, whatever. And then we have the 9 of Wands. I love the look on her face. She's so funny. She's always like, I see you. I see you. Number 2, Major Arcana, the High Priestess. That's one of my favorite cards. I love the High Priestess. Intuition. Your higher connection to your higher self. As I was just talking about with reading the cards. And then this is the Nine of Wands again. In this deck, this is the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. I forgot to say that. Although most of you would know that probably. And we have the Ten of Wands. So we went from the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. He's carrying a heavy burden. Someone's carrying, or like, doing more than their fair share of work. That's what I'm getting today from this card. Oh my gosh, I really can't see these cards unless I have them down on the table where the light is kind of shining. Alrighty. So, let's see. Now we can get into the messages. We're only 16 minutes into the video. Well, we already got that message. Someone's carrying more than their fair share of the work. So if that is you, maybe you need to set some boundaries and say, hey, I'm doing more than I should be doing. So someone else needs to help out with this work or something like that. Or if you're not contributing enough to the work, then maybe it's time you step up and do your fair share. So we got 44 and 33 right next to each other. If those numbers mean anything to you. Double trouble. Double trouble. So, I don't know what that means. Double trouble. Partner in crime. Someone is finding their partner in crime. Gonna go make some trouble together. That sounds like fun. All right. What else? So the two Nine of Wands. See, I apologize, that glare, because that light is, we have no natural light in here today. It's all just from that light. So here, you can see the similarities. They're both standing. They're both holding on to a wand, surrounded by their wands. Kind of like a cage, sort of. But this one, the guy, like, I always call him the wounded warrior. You see, he's like, looks like he's been beat up. He's been fighting the good fight, and he's tired out. He's worn out. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end. But this card says, you do make it to the end. Because it's the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Anyway, I just had to throw that in there. You will make it to the end. The end, I don't know what the end is, but whatever that is for you in your situation, if this is the a message for you, you're gonna make it. Even though you maybe feel a little beat up right now, or you feel a little bit like, yeah, you've been in the trenches, you've been really working hard or fighting hard for something, or going through a lot of struggle, but you're still standing. You're doing. I'm supposed to tell you, you're doing a good job. Good job. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Okay, and the two cards together, although there are the similarities, I'm being drawn to the differences. And how he looks like, what does he look like? He looks like really unsure, is what I would say. And whereas she looks very confident, right? I showed you her already, but I just love the look on her face. She looks like she's determined. She's determined. So maybe you need a, what am I getting with this? Maybe you need a change in perspective. Looking at your situation from a different angle. So instead of focusing on, oh, I've gone through so much, it's been so hard, I don't know if I can make it, you might want to switch your thinking to, dang, look at how far I've come. look at what an amazing job I've done, and I'm still standing, and I'm still here, and I'm still rocking it. So, yeah, I like that message. Just shift your perspective of it if you're going through this right now. Just shift it to, try to be shifted to a little more of a positive outlook. Will help you get to the end, help you get to the finish line, whatever that is for you. Because the wheels are in motion. Wheels are in motion. So I'm getting from the Chariot today. Ooh, that color on that card like goes with my background and my sweatshirt nicely. Maybe they'll let me choose this as one of the thumbnail for the video. They give me 3 choices. They just take 3 random shots of me throughout the video, and then I get to choose which one I think is the best one. So maybe if I hold this one here long enough and smile, it'll give this to me as an option. Anyway, sorry. Distracted by the logistics of doing YouTube. The wheels are in motion, and oh, and life is speeding up. Yeah, there we go. These two go together. Life is speeding up. The wheels are in motion. I'm hearing it's almost go time, which I got that message for myself when I realized that my masculine energy was coming back. I was given the message, it's almost go time. That's kind of exciting. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what go time means. I don't know where are we going? What are we doing? I'm not quite sure. If you have any ideas, leave a comment down below. They're giving me the analogy of a roller coaster reaching the top, like the pinnacle, the top, like right before it goes down. You know what I'm talking about? That we've been like to the top, and it's kind of been like jerky, and like we're all, you know, there's like some anxiety about it and that kind of thing, but we're at the top now, and it's like psh, gonna go down. Of course, I've been given that analogy before, and you know, but I don't know, I'm getting it now again. So, and with the life is speeding up and everything, curse is being lifted is what I'm hearing. With the curse, a curse is being lifted. Maybe that's why things are going to speed up. Maybe somebody had not even necessarily a curse, but it could be a curse. That could be like someone was doing black magic type of stuff, putting hexes on you or somebody. People do that, you know. I don't know why. It gives them bad karma to do that. They don't realize. People who do that are not, this sounds judgmental, but they're not advanced enough to realize how things actually work. Because if you put a curse or hex on somebody, then you incur bad karma. And I don't care what you think, if you think differently or you think you can do some kind of magical thing to protect yourself from your bad karma, no. It's coming for you. It's coming for you. Whatever you put out there, you're going to get back. So you can't hide from it. You can't hide from the energy. The energy will find you. The energy knows the truth and will find you. But anyway, this more is a message for somebody who maybe has, and again, it's not, I don't know, maybe somebody did have a curse on them because I had to say that whole thing, but I'm feeling more like if you had a run of bad luck, or just like kind of were having some bad karma, or just things weren't working out for you for some reason, any reason. But I'm hearing that that is lifted now, and that things will start to make forward progress, and that you will start to have some advancement in whatever area this is for you in your life. It could be anything. She looks like she's got a mask on, or no, it looks like a handprint over her face kind of a thing. If you felt like you couldn't speak up and speak your truth, if you felt like you were being silenced for some reason, censored maybe, this is telling me that you can speak up now. It's safe to speak up, or it's the appropriate time to speak up, to speak your truth, to stand your ground. You don't have to hide and you don't have to stay quiet. Show up and shine, I hear. I'm hearing, show up and shine. It's time. It's time to rise and shine. And it's time to let the world see your magic. Whatever your particular magic is. We all have magic. We're all capable of magic and miracles. We just have to get to the place where we can, you know, what am I trying to say? Just have to get to the place where they can manifest. Where your miracles and your magic can manifest. Like, you have to be able to, I love the look on her face. She's so pretty. She looks like she knows a secret. Does somebody have a secret out there? Maybe it's time to tell your secret with this card, the hand. Although you're not, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, time to let the cat out of the bag is what I'm getting. It's time to let the cat out of the bag. If you've been like holding back how you really feel about someone or something, or holding back your light, like trying to keep your light dim, trying to keep small, trying to stay hidden, trying to stay quiet, or anything like that, I'm just really strongly feeling like it's time to go. It's time to let it shine. It's time to let it out. It's time to like unleash it onto the world. The world is ready for your magic. The time has come. Oh, reclaim your power. Yeah, that kind of goes with this whole message too of, I guess, the reclaim your power. That's how you create your magic. You have to reclaim all your power and all your soul fragments back and integrate them into yourself, in your heart. And your shadow, no, this card always makes you think of shadow, the shadow side, because it's so dark. Like your shadow side and everything. And then once you do that, then you have your power. Then you have your full power. And when you have your full power, that's when you can manifest your magic. And that is done through your intuition and learning how to connect with your higher self, because your higher self is an aspect of you that is not inside the human body, but stays up in the higher dimensions, and you are always connected to it, and it will guide you. It's always trying to guide you, but a lot of our life we don't realize it. We don't know that our higher self is trying to guide us. Like for me, and I was just thinking about this earlier, which is, I see now, this is why I was thinking about it earlier to tell you this story. So in 2013, I really started to wake up. And every day I would look at the clock at 11:11. And, you know, at first I just thought, oh, that's kind of interesting or funny or whatever. But after like the 5th day, I was like, what is going on? It's like, something is going on and I'm not sure what it is, but this cannot be a coincidence that every day I'm looking at the clock at 11:11. It was like, and that was my higher self. That was my higher self having me look at the clock at 11:11 so that I would wake up to the fact that my higher self was trying to talk to me. That was the first time. That wasn't the first time. My higher self was talking to me my whole life, and I was like, I had good intuition, but I had become disconnected from it, and I didn't know that I had good intuition, and I didn't realize I had a higher self and that she was trying to talk to me. But when she started making me look at the clock every day at 11:11, I finally was like, something's going on. There's something more happening, like behind the scenes that I'm not aware of. Like that was what really like kind of woke me up. So yeah, if you see that, if you see a lot of what people will call angel numbers or repeating numbers, if you look at the clock at different times with repeating numbers or 9/11 or things like that, that's a way that your higher self is trying to get your attention. And it could be any message. So the different numbers can mean, sometimes they have like universal meanings, but they also can just mean certain things to certain people. Like, so you could have your own meaning for 1111 could mean something to you, and it means something different to somebody else, and you know what I mean? So you kind of have to learn the language of your higher self, and you need to learn your own, the way that you read the signs and synchronicities, to be able to figure out what your higher self is saying to you. I hope that made sense. And then we have mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Tend to the small things. I don't know what this card means today. This is giving me that feeling too of going back to, like, if you've been feeling like you have to be small, if you feel like you can't make any noise, you can't cause any trouble or make any waves. I'm just getting, no, you can and you should. You should make waves. I mean, you know, use your good judgment about it, right? Like, don't just go around making waves just for the sake of making waves. But if you're afraid to speak your truth because you're afraid it's going to make waves, this is your sign. This message is for you. And it's to say, speak your truth and make those waves, because that's what you are meant to do then. Sometimes we have to make waves. You have to rock the boat in life. I just saw a saying, I think it was on my journal, that said something to the effect of, like, ships are safe in the harbor, but that's not what ships are made for. Yeah, life is meant to be lived. We're here to live life fully and to give it all we've got. And sometimes all we've got isn't anything and isn't much, and that's okay. Like for me, when I was in my feminine energy, like, I pretty much had nothing to give. It's just love. I just gave love. That's all I could do for like a year and a half. But, you know, most of the time, most of us will have more than that to give, right? Like take the risk, take a chance. Why not? Don't let fear hold you back from living your best life, because you came here to live. You didn't come here to just sit in your house and be quiet. And I think this is kind of a message for me, is feeling like it because in my feminine energy, yeah, I really couldn't do anything. I didn't have it in me. The masculine energy is the doing energy. It's the active energy. It's the productive energy. It's the going out, and I didn't have it. And it was so frustrating. At times I would get so frustrated that I just didn't have it in me to do anything or go anywhere or accomplish anything. But now that my masculine energy is coming back, I'm like, so I think this is partially for me too, of like, okay, now you can go out and do things that you couldn't do. And I will be so grateful when I can go out and do things. And again, it feels good. It feels good to like have that zest for life back, because I found that my masculine energy is my passion. My passion, just overall in any way. Like my fire, like I said earlier, I think. Yeah, I didn't have any fire or passion in me when my masculine was gone. So it was a very boring, just calm and boring and life. And it was peaceful, like I said, but it was just pointless. It wasn't pointless. There was a reason, right? Like I said, I was bringing in the feminine energy, but to the planet that was needed. But you really need that balance. So that's not really in the cards, but try to keep that balance within yourself. Find that good balance, like 0 point within yourself, a good balance of the masculine and feminine and whatnot. And, just try to work on keeping that balanced within yourself, so that you're like, I was shown that the masculine and the feminine energy is like they dance with each other inside of you. So like in the ebb and flow, you know? I was doing this one time in a video and I don't know if I ever figured out on that card reading why I kept going like this or whatever, but I'm getting it back again. It's weird. I'm getting like messages that I've gotten in the past. So it's probably, I bet it was probably from like about a year ago. I tend to like, for me, it tends to like energy cycles back around. Every year I kind of come to the same energy, but I'm like a little bit higher up because I've learned from the previous time, and then you go around the circle and then you're a little bit higher up. For me, it's like a yearly cycle because the different seasons of the different signs have the certain energies to them or whatever. Like how I was saying, I like Sagittarius season usually. Like I usually have a lot of magical things happen in Sagittarius season, you know, around the holiday season. I can't remember what I was saying though. Something about keeping the balance within yourself and, yeah, whatever. I guess I was done with that. Okay, I think I got pretty much a message from all the cards, except for maybe that moon one. And this 8 of Swords. So, sometimes I just have to put the cards up and look at them like this. Oh, okay. So this is kind of going with that other message. Someone's felt like they're tied up. Like, do you see how she's in the reflection in the mirror? She's all tied up with strings. She's got these crows flying around, circling around her and twisting up her. I think they are doing it, right? Yeah, they're twisting up the strings around her, like keeping her, and she's blindfolded and her wrists are tied up. But this is her, really. This is the reflection, but this is what she really is. She really isn't tied up. She isn't tied up at all. There aren't even any crows flying around her. This is just an illusion. The truth is that she's free to go. She's free to do whatever she wants. She's not tied up. Okay, so I can see how this is relating to me, so I will tell you, because it's... Sometimes I realize how these different messages relate to me after I watch the video back. But sometimes I realize when I'm getting the message how it relates to me. But, I mean, it's always a message for somebody else, too. They're not just getting me messages only for me. But how this relates to me is, like, this was me after I got, like, had COVID and almost died, and then I didn't die. And and my masculine energy was starting to come back, but I didn't realize it. And that was kind of intentional because I was so physically weak and ill for so long. It took me a really it took me like 2 months to recover. And so I didn't realize my masculine energy was coming back, really. So I thought it was still gone. So I was sitting there and I was having some of my masculine energy back, but I was like, I don't have my masculine energy. I can't do anything. I don't have my masculine energy. I was still living in that paradigm because I had been in that for a year and a half. And then also, like I said, my masculine energy is being brought back to me slowly so that I can integrate it, okay? Because otherwise it would be too jarring. But that's what so for me, that's how it's relating to my experience, is that I was sitting there saying, I don't have any masculine energy, when I really did have some masculine energy. But I was so caught up in that mental conditioning, basically, of that I don't have masculine energy, even when that was no longer the truth. So, also that's making me think of this, how with the 2 9 of Wands, how I was saying, like, a change in perspective, of like it's all a matter of how you look at things, and yeah, maybe it's time to see things from a totally different perspective, or just be careful of the stories that you tell yourself, because they're usually not true. That's the other message here. I guess maybe that was the message the whole time. That not all the stories that you tell yourself are true. Like, sometimes you just get so used to, like me, with my saying, I don't have any masculine energy. And then that wasn't true anymore, but I was still saying it because I was so conditioned and used to saying it and used to thinking that way. But I had to, like, be woken up to the fact that, oh no, I do have my masculine energy somewhat back. So I can't say that anymore. I can't tell myself that story anymore. It's not true anymore for me. So what is your truth? What is your real truth? And are you believing things about yourself that aren't even true? Maybe they were true at some point, and maybe they weren't true at some point. Maybe you learned these stories from other people. Maybe other people told you things about yourself. Oh, you're so this, or you're so that, you know, you're too sensitive, you're so clumsy, you're whatever, that, you know, you take those on. Usually those are instilled in us, that kind of programming is instilled in us when we're children. And that was what forms our ego. So we kind of develop this story about ourselves, or we tell ourselves that we think, oh, I'm just this way, I can't do that. Or I'm just that way, so I always do this, and I can't change. But you can always change if you want. And maybe it's time to stop believing the stories of your ego. The ego that you've developed and formed. Like I said, it begins mostly in childhood, from like the adults, what the adults say to you, and other kids too. And then you take that, you internalize it, and you take it on as truth, when it's not even the truth, or it might not even be the truth of who you are. So maybe it's time, yeah, to stop listening to your ego and to realize the truth, and that you are much more powerful. Again, reclaim your power. You are made to be powerful. You are meant to be powerful. And it's the conditioning of this world and our egos that that hold us back from realizing our full power, and from claiming the fullness of our being, the entirety of our being, of who we are and what we're capable of. And it's time now for people to start to realize how powerful and magical that they are. I don't really know the moon. Like I said, I got the message about how it was just the new moon in Sagittarius, but I just keep seeing moon cycles, and I used to follow the moon cycles quite a bit. And then, oh, here's a perfect example of, like, I need to speak my truth, and I'm like, my ego's going, don't do it, and don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. There are people who are not going to like to hear that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to say it anyway. Okay, I'm going to say it anyway. Here I am. I'm being an example for you, that you can be strong and speak your truth. Okay, I apologize to any of you moon lovers out there. And also, you know, just because I have a certain belief, you don't have to take on my belief. You don't have to believe what I believe ever. I never would expect anyone to believe what I believed, you know. But I learned that the moon is artificial. And I didn't want to believe it, because I was a big moon lover, and I loved, like, following the cycles of the moon, and they do influence, for sure. Just, you know, hear me talk about my Scorpio moon for a minute, right? You'll know that I know the power of the moon. It's powerful. But anyway, it did resonate as truth, that the moon is an artificial creation. It's not actually a natural thing. It was placed in the sky intentionally to control us. And anyway, so I don't look at the moon the same way anymore. I don't really have, I want to say I don't have as much love for it, but I do still love it, because the moon, even the negative things, if they are negative, you know, they teach us our lessons. Like our shadow side, right? It's part of us. It's not something, it is something to love and to integrate still. But anyway, so sorry if you've never heard that before and that triggers you or whatever. But like I said, you don't have to believe it. Just don't believe it. Pretend like I didn't say anything if you don't like that statement. Okay, so I did get a message from that card. Okay, I think that's all the messages. Let me just see if there's anything else that pops out at me, or I get from my higher self. This today is I'm emphasizing the white pillar and the black pillar, and how she's right in the middle. And this is bringing to mind the balancing. Like I was talking about balancing, wasn't I? I don't know why I was talking about balancing earlier, but I remember I was talking about balancing like the masculine and feminine. But this is also like of paying attention to balancing your light and your dark side and staying in the middle. See how she's in the middle of these two? So like staying in the 0 point. And that's how you can access your higher self and your intuition, is by being in the 0 point in your heart. The balancing between all things. All polarities come together in the middle. That's why the heart is the key, and it's so important. I'm always talking about the heart because it really is the 0 point. And that is where all the magic comes from. It's true. So anyway, that's what I'm getting from that card today. Balancing your light and your dark, and being in the middle in the 0 point. Oh, it's like totally dark outside now. I don't even, it's like, what time is it? Like 4:30 or something, I don't know. But hold on, if you're having a hard time right now, I'm just being reminded to say, hang on. If you're having a hard time, hang on. Hang on. You're going to make it. Help is on the way. Someone's about to like come in and help like take some of these wands from you so that you don't have such a burden to carry all on your own. To help lighten your load. So don't give up. Don't despair. When things feel rough and terrible, just know that you do have help and you do have people on your side. And even if it's just the higher dimensional beings like Jesus and your higher self, you always have your higher self, no matter what. And your guardian angels, you can always call out to them. Anything like that. You always have invisible help, even if you don't have people physically with you to help you. But, you know, I'm sure a lot of you do have at least one person that can help you too. And if so, and you need help, reach out to them. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. It's okay to ask for help, and it's good to receive help. Receiving help shows the universe. You have to, because this is going back to that whole idea of the balancing thing, and like everything is kind of like an ebb and flow, a give and a take, right? The energy is always moving. So you have to give, and you also have to receive. And you have to receive, the more you receive, the more you can give, and the more you give, the more you receive. I don't know if that makes any sense, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. It's an ebb and a flow. So you don't want to like put a block up to any kind of energy. You want to make sure the energy is always flowing. So it's good to receive help sometimes. It's part of the flow of the energy. So don't be afraid to accept help if it's offered to you, or to ask for help if you need it, or anything like that. All right, well, this has been fun, as always. I love you all. I hope that at least one of those messages was helpful to you to hear today. And again, please like, comment, subscribe, share if you want. I appreciate it. And yeah, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.